Hello, Freedom Family. It is day number 2 of the trial, which will last 8 to 10 days. And today was brutal. Totally brutal. I am in the middle of being cross-examined, which I'm sure is the worst part of the entire trial for me, because I am the number one witness for them to cross-examine. And but before I get into that, I want to give you guys a picture of what's actually going on right now in my life outside of trial, because, oh my gosh, this piece of hair keeps being annoying. Anyway, I'm going to leave it. So my dad was always meant to come to be here at this trial. And someone, and you know who you are, and thank you, offered to give me a free apartment for an entire 2 weeks so that I didn't have to pay for the accommodation to be here, which would have been really expensive. So thank you so much for that. Anyway, the funny thing is, my dad was always planning on coming because, you know, he's my biggest fan. And so he came, and then Mum surprised me and came, like, knocked on the door about 20 minutes later. And it was a lovely surprise. And then they both got violently ill overnight. I mean, Mum was already a little bit sick, but Dad was not sick. He was actually doing errands, going to office works for me and stuff. He woke up on the day of the trial, the day of the first day, the morning of the first day, and he couldn't leave bed. And it's now been 48 hours and he has not been able to leave the bed. And so the funny thing is they came to help me. They came to share my apartment. And then they kicked me out of the apartment because they're so sick that I cannot share space with them, because honestly, the whole room smells like sick. You know what it's like, right? So I'm like, you guys are supposed to be here to help me, and you've just kicked me out of the apartment, and now we have to pay for an apartment, and we were going to slum it together. I was sleeping on a mattress in the middle of the room. Anyway, so around this trial, it's not all hunky-dory like it was supposed to be, but luckily my brother stayed with me the first 2 days, and I'm going to probably have him another time. But yeah, it's not totally panned out as expected. And the way that I see it is that Mum and Dad are suffering as penance for me, to help me. So thanks, Mum and Dad, and I hope you feel better soon, because, you know, I'd like to get out of the second apartment so that we can save that money. But anyway, back to the trial. Again, I can't talk too much about anything in particular because I'm in the middle of evidence. I'm in the middle of being cross-examined. But I'm going to speak in general terms about how someone might feel while being cross-examined by professionals. From my understanding of movies and so forth and so on, you know, when you cross-examine someone, you know, you need to test their credibility. You need to see if they're lying. You need to, you know, question their integrity in front of the court. And what I can say is that it's been very difficult. It's been very difficult. And it's not a nice feeling. Like, I don't feel great today. But I also am not surprised that I don't feel great, because you're not supposed to feel great after being cross-examined by professionals. You know, it tests everything, you know, and even if it feels like all is lost, you know, like, oh, that sounded terrible, or that sounded terrible, there's 8 more days left, and I will get to cross-examine the police and do the same thing to them that they are doing to me. So, you know, the way I see it, and they watch these videos, the lawyers watch these videos, so, you know, but, you know, I'm not hiding anything. I'm not playing any games, because I'm not a lawyer. I can't play games. I can barely play lawyer. So I definitely do not have the ability to be a witness, play lawyer, and play games at the same time. I don't have the bandwidth to play games, so I'm not. So I don't care if they watch this. But I'm just being honest that it's hard. It's hard when your integrity is questioned, if that is what happened. But I will get the same chance. I will get the same opportunity. And even if it feels like it sounded really bad, the judge will take everything into consideration. And after you get cross-examined, you then get to re-examine. Now, as the witness and the lawyer, I have to re-examine myself, but that's another problem altogether, which has been interesting, being the witness and the lawyer and everything all at the same time. Imagine you're a witness and you've got to object to the questions and be the witness. It's very confusing. It's very, very confusing and tiring. Oh, gosh. Anyway, I will have a chance to justify if something sounded bad because of the way that it was framed or the question. And just like they will get to re-examine their witnesses after I cross-examine them. Anyway, so tomorrow, hopefully, the cross-examination of myself will be over, which is going to be great. And then I get to call my own witnesses. The first witness will be Morgan, who was the organizer of the event in question and was my partner at the time. And that's going to be great. And the next day is someone else, and so forth and so on. Obviously, I'm not talking about particulars about anything, but I don't know. I'm not playing games either. Anyway, so guys, thanks for your support. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. And of course, you can get on the Zoom link anytime you want. I'll put the link in the description of that. So see you guys day 3. Bye.